Drink a Gatorade, bring it. You know, that's all. Manu Ginobili would get through this. So I keep going. But then the third time it happened, the pain that I felt, it is over 2.5. I'm cringing on this very stage. All I felt the third time was literally almost like a testicle pop. Pop. I am fine now. But in the moment, I literally yelped out. My eyes probably came out like a cartoon character. I just screamed like, "Oh God, ease up!" Started pounding down on her back. And that was the first time I actually looked up. And that was when I realized that both her hands were still at the top of the pillow. And that's when I realized, like, oh shit, I forgot about the dog. I swear, the entire time I thought it was her 2-year-old dachshund biting my balls every time they would go back. You know, like a little chew toy, just going for it. I know how ridiculous it is. Here's the worst part. The dog did it twice. I kept going. What does that say about me as a human being? So, of course, I do what any man would do. I freak out. I run to the bathroom. I am there checking for blood, possibly a missing testicle. What's she doing in the other room? Just laughing her ass off. Just yelling at me, "You want it doggy style." Well played. Well played. I should have gone for your brother. That's what I should have done. So I'm much happier now. I'm in a relationship. I've been with her for a couple of years. We just got engaged recently, so I'm very happy about that. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very, very happy. She's a little bit younger than I am. I'm 31, and she is 23, which is shocking. I don't deserve a younger girlfriend. You know, like I know what I look like. You know? Like I don't know if you guys can tell or not. I have a bald spot right there. Yeah, that's not going away anytime soon. That's probably gonna be there forever. But here's the thing: she's shorter than me, so I don't think she's seen it yet. I'm pretty sure. That's what we got going on right there. But I love her, though. Her name is Kelsey. Love her. I think that's important before you marry somebody. Call me crazy. I love her. That said, I wouldn't die for her. Yeah, that seems a bit excessive. I hear guys say that all the time. I love my wife, love my girlfriend, I would die for her. You're like, nah, calm down for a second. It's a bit of a ballsy statement right there. You're gonna die? Like, I would die for Kelsey, but like only in my sleep. You know what I mean? That sounds doable. I'm very good at sleeping. I just don't know why guys say it. I know probably why it is, because every song on the radio tells us we have to die for a girl, right? Bruno Mars, that guy's a maniac. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Oh, I jump from a train for you. No, I'm not. Not gonna do that one at all. I catch a bullet in the brain for you. Oh, that sounds just as bad, if not worse. I catch a grenade for... It's like, Bruno, who the fuck are you dating, man? Do you not see a pattern developing here at all? That's... Someone is throwing a grenade at your girl, and in your mind, like, I can work through that. No, you can't. I'm sorry. If I'm ever with Kelsey and some man approaches her with a grenade, sorry, fuck her, relationship over. Right? So you got yourself into this shit, you figure your way out, all right? I'm not losing limbs over you because you're part of some Mexican drug cartel you never told me about. Jeez, are you Walter White? For my 4 Breaking Bad fans. For my 7 Breaking Bad fans, all right. So we want to get a dog. That's our next big step in our relationship. I want to get a dog too. I love dogs. My only issue with dogs, besides the obvious, is that they die before you, and that's a horrible experience. I don't know if you're not. Yeah, it's horrible. It's worse than losing a human being. Let's be honest. It happened to me 7 months ago. My parents' basset hound passed away. I had to go back home to Buffalo, help bury her in the backyard. There was really one point I was sitting there, like, just digging up dirt, just bawling my eyes out, just yelling at the skies, like, why wasn't it Grandma? Like that. That would have been easier, right? She can't catch a Frisbee, and I've certainly tried, but every time it just blasts her in the forehead, you know? It's like, step it up, lady. That's all I'm asking. You guys are great. My name is Matt Berman. Thank you very much.
Stay tuned for more laughs on Access TV, live from the Gotham Comedy Club in New York City. Catherine Williams is taking the stage when we return. Welcome back to the Access TV presentation of Gotham Comedy Live. More laughs happening right now.
Thank you. As you know, I'm a very creative person. I'm going to be selling some of my products after the show. I have a purse made out of chameleon skin, so no matter what a girl wears, it matches. And I also wanted to show you this little top I made out of men's underwear. All you do... And if a girl's tit's itchy, she can just reach in and get to it. I'm also coming out with a Playboy magazine for married guys. Every month, same girl. Over time, you just wrinkle the page. Hey, so much about me. It's time for a female's point of view on comedy. Hey! Kathleen is making her television debut here tonight. So here she is, Kathleen Williams.
You guys, I've been going to the gymnasium, trying to get down to my Asian weight. The older I get, the more scared I am of being naked in front of someone. Because even when I'm naked, I still look like someone who reads a lot. I hooked up with this one guy years ago, and right afterwards he's like, "Oh, you must have been an English major, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, how'd you know?" He's like, "Well, you talk dirty using the passive voice, then you immediately corrected yourself." I was like, "Oh, you fucked me so good. I mean, well." I'm originally from Virginia, and my family and friends back home are very worried about me because I'm not married yet at my age. Like, I'm not stone cold single. That's just my wrestling name. But I've lived in New York since '99, so I have to explain to them the difference between New York and Virginia. Like, where I come from, everyone gets married right out of college, you have 3 kids by the time you're 25. Whereas in New York, you can live here your entire life and no one will ever love you. I've actually been seeing a fella for about 9 months, so we just had our 3rd quarterly review. Gave me a massage the other night. I had no idea I carried so much tension in my breasts. I'm Catholic, but my boyfriend is Jewish. Makes things interesting. I celebrated Rosh Hashanah for the first time. It was amazing. I'd never had a date for New Year's. I love Jewish guys. They're my favorite. I don't know what it is. I always end up dating Jewish guys. And my friends always tease me. They're like, "Oh, Catherine's getting laid from right to left again." I've been on top of more Jews than the yarmulke. It's a problem. My boyfriend really wants to dress up for Halloween, and I don't. But I know a lady is expected to step up her game. So I asked him, I said, "Have you decided what kind of slut you'd like me to dress up as? And he said, just be yourself. My fellow recently asked me, he said, if you could sleep with any member of the NFL, who would it be? And my knee-jerk response was Tom Brady. And he's like, great, Tom Brady, there's your answer. And I was like, no, wait a second. In this scenario, am I Giselle? And he's like, no, you're you. And I was like, well, do I have Giselle's body? And he's like, no, it's you, you're you. And I was like, well, I just want to make sure Tom Brady also has a good time. Like, I don't want Tom Brady tapping Catherine Williams. Like, this is fine, but whatever, he'll just, like, phone it in. I want to receive the same fuck Giselle received in the first 3 months of their relationship. And my boyfriend was like, you're crazy. It's a fantasy. It could be whatever you want. And I was like, well, in my sexual fantasy, I'm not there. I recently got into my first bar fight. Woo! I was at my favorite bar. I was like, I'll have some beers, some wings, great. And there are all these young folks in the bar, like 22, 23. They're still really shiny. And there are these two guys throwing a frisbee back and forth inside the bar. And it eventually hit me in the head. Now, I know I'm getting old. I know I'm getting old because I grabbed the guy's frisbee and I said, you see this? This is mine now. I was like, why do you have to throw a frisbee in a bar? And he's like, well, me and all my buddies here, we're in a social sports league, so it's cool. I was like, whatever. Then this girl comes up to me, clearly a friend of his, looks at him, looks at me, and she's like, hey, you need to show my captain some respect. I was like, honey, I'm 37. I'm a week late. I'm trying to drink the baby away. I don't know you shit. I love children. I donated a Nuva ring to Salvation Army. Is that weird? I've been trying to give back.